It's often been said that central banks are literally creating money out of thin air. Is that true? And if so, how do they do it?
It is true, and here's how they do it. In the United States, for example, Congress will simply authorize more debt. Okay, at that point, the Federal Reserve System, which is neither federal nor has any reserves, it is a collection of banks, all of which are owned by private banks, which in turn are owned by investors and owners, many of whom are not even Americans. And they then print up however many billions of dollars in currency, spend a few thousand on paper and ink. And then instead of charging the government for the cost of actually just printing that money, they charge them for the billions that they've printed up. And this is what we have to pay interest on. This is what's known as retiring the national debt. That's paying the interest on the money we've borrowed. So they've literally created this money out of thin air, and yet we're saddled with this debt. Right now, the national debt of the United States is somewhere in the neighborhood of $14 trillion, which is an unimaginable number, and we'll never pay off. We'll never pay off this principal. And so basically the whole nation is, a wage slave. We're just working, producing, just trying to pay the interest on the money we've borrowed.
This is what happens when one small group takes over the medium of exchange for the whole globe. This is now a global prison. We must start issuing our own money. We must take the printing press away from these people.